Morning, everyone. Bill Rentschler alongside Megan Conway in the 1011 Now streaming studio. It is Thursday, and that means we, have still forgotten to actually bring in our juice boxes for juice box chats here on 1011.
Yes, it is that time again. The weeks go by so quickly.
They do.
But, that's life for everyone.
Is, very much so, especially, again, not to exclude our folks who don't have kids, but when you have kids, like the week, it just like...
It does. So many activities and appointments and laundry and dishes, and you're just constantly, I feel like I'm always running in a different direction.
Yeah, 100%. And so, again, if you're new to the program, again, this is just kind of a chance for Megan and I. Again, Megan and I are not married to each other. We are married separately to our spouses. Yes. But both have young children. And, again, just a chance for us to kind of sit and talk at sometimes kvetch. Have discussions about what is wonderful about having children, or maybe sometimes what is maybe not so wonderful.
Yes, we are by no means experts.
No,
we are just trying to get through it, just like you. This is just supposed to be, relatable, or we always would love to hear your thoughts, or what you would like us to talk about, or any of your struggles or successes, anything like that. Send them our way.
Yes, and so again, we talked. We've talked a lot of things. We've talked about sleep. We've talked about back to school. We've talked about, trying to get a healthy diet, dinner, regular schedule type of deal, all sorts of things. And so this week we kind of thought we'd keep it a little bit more relaxed. Yes. You came up with an excellent topic, and we don't necessarily need to bring on an expert or a dietitian or a doctor. We're just talking about what we wish we knew before we had kids.
Yes.
I feel like a lot of people, like when you're expecting, they're like, oh, this, that, and the other thing. And you're like, okay, yeah, cool. And then when it's like when they're here, you're like, oh, crap.
Yeah. You find out how many of those comments were very, very true. Or like, I caught myself after we came up with the topic. I was really thinking about this, like where to start. And I came up with like some serious ones and some humorous ones. And I also asked for my husband Max's input about what he wished he knew before children too. So we have a few different.
All right. So how about you go with one first, and then I'll go.
Okay. Deal. I'll start off on more of like the serious note.
Okay.
And then we can do humor, I guess, in a little bit or something.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
See where it takes us.
One of the things that I wished I had knew more about, or maybe this is my fault for not doing as much research, is daycare costs, childcare costs. I really had no good idea, I guess, or really thought about it and what it does to your budget and how much that costs, especially if you have multiples for childcare and daycare costs. That was just something that my husband and I were both like, whoa.
Big chunk of the budget.
Big. Max has said several times, we're going to go on so many vacations once they're out of daycare.
And for my wife and I, when we found out we were expecting our first, when I was working in Cheyenne, Wyoming at KGWN, the station there. Okay. And at the time, she still is a nurse, but she was working at the hospital, and so we were like, we're gonna go, wherever the job. I was talking with the news director in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Looking at maybe taking a job there. Okay. Had applied at a bunch of different places because my contract was coming up, and then as soon as it was like, well, we're expecting. Oh, okay. Everything we're going home. Yep. And we couldn't have done we couldn't have done kids without being around family. Partly because of what you're talking about, because of the child care costs. And I know it's something that a lot of people struggle with.
Yeah, or you find that, one parent, you're going to pay so much in those daycare costs that one parent just stays home because your salary is not going to make up for those child care costs and the time away from your children. So, one person winds up staying home, and it really changes your trajectory in life. Yeah, it's just something that I wish I would have done more research. Now, would it have changed our decisions on like timing of kids? No, probably not. But I would have liked to have been a little bit more prepared, so it wasn't such a shock.
It was, and it still is.
Yeah. What about for you, Bill? What's one for you?
So my first one, it was when we were in the hospital.
Okay.
With our first, because Katie has the baby. And then they take you to the recovery room. You got a big, nice, comfy bed. There's a nurse there. Middle of the night. Hey, we'll take him to the to the nursery, and then all of a sudden, you know, like everyone's good, and they're like, okay, go home. And you're like, wait, what? You want us to take it home?
Mm-hmm. Like, and we're responsible for it?
Like, we're 100% responsible for it now?
Yep.
Like, that moment always just kind of sticks out in my brain of like, oh.
Yes.
What do you mean? Like, we can't just stay here, and like we can't send him to the nursery every night when if he starts crying and if we want to get some sleep.
We need some help, or you know, they send you home. I know I got this like magnet that listed things of like if things were going wrong with your baby, when to call 911. If things were going wrong with mama, when to call 911. And I'm like, I need. Oh man, I need to know these things. I need to watch for all these things, and like, you know, and yeah, that first time taking that little baby home. Yeah.
Also, I did not know at the time because I think we had gotten, it was one of my wife's coworkers had an old car seat, and they were like, hey, like, we're done with it if you want it. We're like, yeah, sure, great.
Yeah.
It was expired. I didn't know car seats expired.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're like, hey, actually, you can't take them home in that. And so we're like, so
what did you do?
My mom and dad ran to Target and bought us a new car seat. It ended up, you know, that was their kind of our gift to us.
Just so that you could get home.
Yeah, but I had no idea. Again, the styrofoam in the car seats does have like a shelf life.
Is that what it is? I never knew what made it expired. I knew there was expiration dates.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, what a start for you guys.
It was, yeah. So tripping out of the gate a little bit there, but we've recovered since then.
Oh, I remember when we were in the hospital with our daughter Aurora, our first, and they were like, well, you can stay one more night to make sure everything's okay. She had a little bit of jaundice. I was a C-section mom. We were watching, you know, things, and they were like, or you could go home today. And I was like, no, we'll stay. No, we'll stay. We're going to stay. I'm going to keep the help as long as I can. Thanks for the offer, but no.
Yep. All right, what's number 2 on your list?
Okay, we'll go with Max's, what he said. My husband said one thing he wished he knew before having children was how different one child can be from the next.
Oh, my gosh.
Even just not only personalities, but their habits, their likes and dislikes.
Yep.
I mean, everything that encompasses your child. My daughter, Aurora, she was an angel, slept through the night. When we first came home from the hospital, I would have to set alarms to wake myself up every 3-4 hours to wake her up to feed her, you know. She slept beautifully. My son, not so much. He doesn't sleep. He's into everything. It is a 24/7 job keeping that child alive. It's a lot. And so I understand what Max meant by that, because once you have one, they're not all going to be just like that, whether it was a positive or, I don't want to say negative experience, a trying experience.
It's just different.
Yes.
Again, the running joke is the first is why you have the second is why you don't have the third.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we're same in our house where my oldest, you know, a relatively easy and kind of docile. And then the second came along, and he is a firecracker.
Yep.
He makes our lives interesting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my son will be the reason that I go gray. For sure. For sure. I have no doubt. I mean, we did name him Riot, so
it's fitting. You might have done it to yourself there.
Probably. So. I mean, I spelled it a little different. It's Ryatt, in case you're unfamiliar. But yeah, it's.
My number 2 is, you know, again, we're of the age and we're old enough, kind of dating ourselves a little bit here. But, you know, when we were younger, we went outside. We touched grass.
Yeah.
We ran, you know, on the gravel, and we did all the, you know, that's just kind of how we grew up.
Yeah.
So, but now, like as a parent, when I see my children running on, like, the sidewalk, I'm just like, stop running on the sidewalk. You're going to strip, and you're going to, and so, like, just that, like, I don't know if it's just being paranoid, but just that, like, paranoia as a parent of, like, your child's going to trip, fall, hurt themselves. And so knowing that you have to, like, balance, let him run on the sidewalk versus, like, don't tip your chair back. My youngest last night was tipping his chair back in the kitchen, and he fell.
Yep.
Like, 1 + 1 = 2, dude.
Uh-huh.
So it's like...
learning experience.
The leash of, like, letting him letting him run on the sidewalk or, do something where it's like you're going to find out, you're going to F around, you're going to find out, and letting him do that.
Yeah, that is hard. I never thought about that before becoming a parent, because I think I have with my first, I was too cautious, I think, or and with your first time parent, you're a little bit more cautious because we were recently taking family pictures and she didn't want to sit in the dirt. And I was like, Aurora, sit down, it's fine. And she's like, no, I don't want to get dirty. I'm like, oh, child, it's just some dirt, too much of a bubble. We're gonna go outside and just sit in the yard this evening. Like, we just need her to.
Yeah, my youngest is I think the opposite of yours, where if he sees even like the smallest bug, he's like, no. I'm like, it's a bug. Come on, dude.
Yeah,
it's a little bug. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I have one more serious one.
Okay.
And then a couple kind of more humorous ones.
Okay.
At least funny to me.
Okay.
I'm my own favorite comedian, so we'll see if other people think they're funny. But one more serious one. I think as a mother too, I'm sure this is the same as dads, or for dads though, or any parent, you will lose yourself when you become a parent. And I wish I had known that before having kids. You'll lose yourself, but then you'll discover a whole new version. And I remember after having our daughter, our first child, that I even asked one of my very best friends, I was like, when will I feel normal again? When will I feel like me again? And she was like, you're a new Megan, you know, it's, you don't go back to feeling exactly the same ever again. It's just a different version, and I had no idea to expect that.
Yeah. And I would say I hadn't thought of this, but I'm going to piggyback off yours, that for the dads to know that's going to happen to your spouse.
Yeah.
And to be there to try and like, hey, everything's okay.
Yeah.
Just new chapter of life. You're still the same person. You're just in a different role now, and you're figuring out how it all works.
Oh, to have that support, or like hearing those words in the tough moments of like postpartum, that would be huge. Take notes if you're not a parent and want to become one, or and you're going to be the supportive one, or that would be a great thing to say.
Everything's different. And I would imagine, I'm going to shout over the wall here, Taryn, that doesn't change.
She just walked in.
She just walked in. Taryn Vanderford again, obviously mother of older children.
Yes.
Do you ever like change back to like maybe the version of you were before your children, or are you just like life totally changes but it's good is what she says?
Yep.
Do you ever stop? Okay, she says you always worry.
Yep.
So
always
that doesnn't go away.
You
are always in parent mode. That is true.
You are.
What are your other ones that you have?
Okay, my humorous ones.
Yes.
As a parent, especially a mom too, you will never go to the bathroom alone again. And I wish I would have known that before children, because I would have taken advantage of it a little bit more, enjoyed it a little more.
Funny. It's so funny how universal it is, though.
Yes.
Because it's the exact same in my house as I'm sure it is in your house, and I'm sure my wife would say the same thing that you are.
Yeah,
there's nothing like
literally just yesterday. I don't know if this is too much sharing, but literally yesterday I was going to the bathroom in our house. In come both kids with Aurora's little Furby toy. She puts it up on the counter. They start having a dance party. She turns around. She goes, "Hey, Mom, what are you doing?" I'm like,
using the bathroom.
What do you think I'm doing? I'm sitting here. What? I was like,
In our house, it's usually accompanied by at least one or two dogs as well as the kids.
Oh yeah, yep. One of our dogs especially is terrible about nosing the door open, especially when Riot couldn't quite reach the handles. She would nose the door open for him, and then he could come in.
In cahoots.
Yes,
they were working together.
So yeah, I wish I would have known that I would never use the bathroom alone again. My other quick one was that I also never realized how many things I would be saying that I never imagined. Like, why is there yogurt in your shoe? Why did you eat the tick? What, like, viewers are probably like, what? My son bit a tick in half this spring. So,
like a gusher is what you said.
Yeah,
right?
It was an engorged tick. It popped like a gusher in his mouth.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's really early for that.
Gives you the willies.
Oh yeah, so I never realized.
You guys might have more fun at your house than we do at our house.
Fun?
Adventures.
Adventures.
Things happen. More things.
Things happen. Yeah, he also put one of those snappers, 4th of July in his mouth.
I might have done something.
I had to dig that out. Yeah. So just, you will say a lot of things you never even imagined.
Yeah.
Never imagined.
Yeah, that is true. And you like, you go from, like, I had to yell at my kids yesterday because they were upset because it was after school. You know, they get a little screen time after school to kind of decompress, but they have an issue because one wants to watch one show and the other one wants to watch another show. No. And, like, I like to think I'm a pretty, like, chill.
You're chill dad? You're cool
but
dad?
But then, like, you know, the kids push your buttons because they're the ones who installed the buttons. And so it's like I'm sitting there, I'm making dinner, and they're bickering and arguing back and forth, and all of a sudden you just, like, you can snap. And so it's like, okay, you know what? The Apple TV is going away. And I unplugged it, and I put it in the top of our cupboard, and I'm like, 1 week. And I'm like, I look around, and I'm like, what just happened? Like, what did I just do that? And it's like, the handle feels like it's a lot slipperier.
Slipperier? There you go.
More slippery.
More slippery.
That you can just fly off of it a little bit quicker.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah. Several times I have said, Mom's going to lose it. Mom is losing it. And I have to walk away. Like, oh my gosh. Just overloads.
I would also add this one again, maybe kind of a little gross.
Okay.
We all want to dress up our, especially new babies, pretty clothes. It's fun. Just go get like 100 white onesies. Yeah. You're going to just throw them away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everything gets stained.
Yeah.
Everything gets dropped.
Yeah.
That is a good thing to know.
Just go get 100 white onesies. So now whenever everyone's having a baby shower, I just send them a pack of white onesies. I'm like, here, just treat them like, dish rags. If it gets dirty, throw it away.
Maybe they make this. I don't know. But if not, I just came up with $1 million idea and I want 10%. They should come up with like a package of white onesies that comes in several sizes. Yeah. Do they have that?
I mean, I don't know if it comes.
Like 3 to 6, 6 to 9. Yeah. 18 months.
Yeah.
All of them. I want the whole array.
Yeah.
That would be very
also,
convenient.
I wish I would have known that it's a moving target of like, oh, well, just because your kid's 4 months old doesn't mean he's going to fit in the 3 to 6 month.
Yes.
Or, up or down or whatever it might be.
Depending on the brand, the sizes vary immensely.
Also, how fast they grow. Especially when they're little. Yeah. Because we came home with our youngest, and he was a little early, and, he wasn't necessarily nursing right away. But then all of a sudden, just like, dude was a chunk. Yeah. Fast. He went from like a scraggly monkey to a chunk.
And then their cheeks.
Yes.
They're so cute. I'm going through the baby stages. I'm always like, oh, this is my favorite stage. Oh, wait, this is my favorite stage. Yeah, it's great. But yeah, they do grow really fast. Both my kids, I think, need new shoes. It's just constant. So, yeah. But also, I didn't realize how much of a snack mule you are as a parent. Yeah. You have to take snacks everywhere.
It's one of your primary functions.
They're in my purse. They're in the diaper bag. They're in the car. We have snacks stashed everywhere.
My oldest, they were with a friend, and so like friend's mom drove them back home, and like apparently in the trunk of friend's mom's car, it's just snacks. Like they went to Sam's Club and got all the snacks they could, just threw them in the trunk. And so they're like, can we do that? I'm just like,
can we have a snack trunk?
We don't need a snack trunk. That's a little bit too much. Yeah, just the amount of food that they go through.
Yep.
Your grocery bill.
Yeah.
You go from just you and your spouse to all of a sudden you add a kid or two in there.
Yeah, and when they actually like start eating, and some when they're younger, it's kind of picking at things here and there. They may waste a lot of stuff, so you're more conservative in what you buy or what you give them. But once they start eating, we have to make a ton of spaghetti because my daughter loves it.
We have to tell our youngest, we're like, okay, you've eaten. Are you still eating because you're hungry, or are you just like looking for that dopamine hit of like more carbs or something like that? Like, what is it? Yeah. Because they just put it away. They put it away. Yeah. So we did. I also want to say we did ask again for some viewer feedback on this issue, and I'm going to say it's your fault, Megan, that you guys are posting too nice of pictures, because beautiful picture you and Max here from your wedding. Again, pre-children, you had no cares in the world.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to go for with the picture. Is like.
And a number of comments on here because we had asked like, hey, what did you want to know before before you had kids.
Yeah.
And now all the comments on here are just about what a beautiful couple you guys are. So
well, thank you guys too. Yeah, very kind comments, but we didn't quite get the feedback we were looking for.
We did have one. Jason Krause said at 10 or 11 p.m. you need to pick one. Clean the baby, put on a fresh diaper, give them a full warm bottle. This will give you about 4 hours of sleep. Wake up, change the diaper, give them a smaller warm bottle. That'll give you 2 more hours. Father of 10 kids.
10? Woo!
So, I mean, 10 kids. He knows what he's doing then.
Yeah. Okay.
He's got that down. He is a certified professional there.
Yes, he is. If you give them bottles or if you're not breastfeeding, that could work. That could get you some consecutive hours of sleep there. So.
And then one last one, because we're running up here. Pure Nebraska is about to start in just in a second.
Yep, it is.
It's really hard to do, but enforcing boundaries.
Yeah.
Whether that's kids coming to your bed at night, screens or whatever, crib training, all that stuff, because it can be really hard. Because it's just this tiny little bundle that you just want to snuggle all the time, but it's also like
sleep safety.
Hey, mom and dad's bed is mom and dad's bed, because that's our special place. Like your bed is your special place. Like that can be really hard.
Yeah. No, we always have a kid in the bed.
Yep. So do we. We woke up with 2 this morning. My wife abandoned. She went and slept on my youngest top bunk of his bunk bed just so she could be alone.
I get it.
So
yeah, enforcing boundaries is hard and being strict, and they're so cute. And when you have to tell them no,
and
it's hard.
It's easy to be a pushover because they're your kids.
Yep.
So lots of things that you wish you would know before you actually had kids. But just
a little bit of a fun talk
this
morning.
Part of not knowing is what kind of makes it a fun adventure.
Yeah.
And what makes you like every other parent out there, and that's you're just kind of struggling to kind of get through it.
Mm-hmm. And it's okay to not have all the answers.
Yeah, it's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to reach out, ask grandma and grandpa for help.
Yes.
Or just, whomever. Hey, what am I doing? Am I doing it wrong? No. You're like me. Most people, I would say, are just like doing exactly what everyone else is doing.
Yeah. I love you, Mom. I tried to ask her for advice, but for our first child, she goes, I don't know, Megan, that was so long ago, I don't remember. I was like, Mama, not only are you calling me old, you're not being helpful. I love you.
I think my mom might have said something similar to me.
I was like, but no, I was very lucky to have a lot of my close friends became parents before I did, so I went to them for advice, and my sister-in-law is incredible, so shout out to Alicia.
There you go. All right, so I think next week we're trying to get someone lined up, going to talk about money.
Yes, money, so daycare costs,
like you said, and all that. And there's 529s for your kids. And
yes,
how much should you be saving? How much should you have? And all the rest of it. Very kind of stressful, but we're going to try to make it fun and a little bit easy. So
sounds good.
Awesome. Right. Appreciate everyone for tuning in and watching another edition of Juicebox Chats. Hope everyone has a nice Thursday, and we'll see you next time.